What's going on, everybody? Firechicken here, back at the Scrapyard, and it is Saturday night. I was just up here actually playing a little bit of Borderlands 4, and I thought, maybe I'll go live, see if we can get some people on here. So I'm going to rely on you guys since I have written only just a few things down, and that's just to kind of bring up some topics and everything. So if you guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to ask, that's what I'm here to answer tonight. So, we do got our October 25th event coming up. This is the Halloween themed event. Look forward to this every year because everybody dresses up. People fight in costumes. It's just a fun time. So, but I always dress up too, and I'm wondering what you guys would like to see the Firechicken dress up as for the fights this year. What's up, Big Red? Thanks for letting my buddy Payday fight on your show. He'll be back soon. Looking forward to his video. Yes, I am working on videos. So where I'm at on my production of the videos is I just finished all of July. I know July, right? That was like months ago, but I had like 50 fights that day. So I'm also in the middle of editing August. So I've done all of July, a portion of August, and even three, I think, September. So I'm hacking away at those August ones, throwing a couple of September ones in there. I'll try to get to it. Hey, Stone Cold Ree Austin, what is up? Miss you, man. But yeah, there's no like order that I go in really for editing the videos. It's kind of based on like what kind of time I have when I'm editing. Sometimes I need to do a really quick one, and I'll pull that file and I'll be like, oh, this one only went 3 minutes. Easy for me to edit. Or, hey, I got some time. Let's do a 3-rounder. Yeah, it's a process, and I'm really particular on how these videos get edited. A month, nice. Can't wait to see you. So October 25th, and after the fights, we are going to the Emerald Queen Casino. When's Death Sentence's next fight? He's actually fighting in November, I think, for Circus something. He's fighting Crazy Horse. It's like a influencer promotion or whatever, I think. But I'm not really sure when he'll be back to the Scrapyard. But him, like anybody else, is welcome out here, you know. Which I'll just say too, like, we've really had a lot of people coming out and partaking in visiting the Scrapyard. Should bring Zach and Fred back. Those guys were great for their yard. Yes. I'd love to see those guys back. Mighty Mouse, I'd love to see back. I Show Speed. I mean, we'd love to get him actually out here. When we did the whole thing with him, it wasn't at our yard. We had to meet him somewhere, but we still got to work with I Show Speed, which was a big deal. And believe it or not, I mean, you probably do believe it, but I've got people hitting me up pretty regularly about wanting to come out here. So I'm going to start looking for a couple more guests for Kicking It With Chicken. Not sure who will get on there next. If you didn't catch my last one, I had Chelsea and John Dodson on there. UFC fighter, BKFC champ, and then his wife, Power Slap fighter. But we've always brought like big guests onto the podcast. Back when we were doing that Scrap Talk, we had Wonder Boy Thompson on there, Jose Benavides, Czech Congo. Yeah, like always finding somebody that wants to, be part of what we do. I did get somebody that hit me up yesterday that wants to come out. He's a big name, like Instagram guy. I'm a local professional poker player. That doesn't have much to do with fighting. Shit, poker, man. Professional. That's awesome. Maybe you can teach me how to play poker. I kind of know how to play, but I mean, if you're a professional, chances are you've probably got some pretty good pointers that you can give out. We might have some people coming out this month. I don't know yet. It's always Mr. Gilchrist. What is up? The champ is in the house. Who do you guys want to see on Kicking It with Chicken next? I mean, if I'm going to get like a celebrity guest, Oh, okay. Shit, man. I'm so busy on fight day. I apologize if I don't give anybody attention. It's not intentional. That's a good idea. Let me write that down. Chiseled Adonis. I don't think I've ever had him on Kicking It with Chicken. And probably Zach and Fred too, right? I'm going to write. Yeah, you know what? This is giving me some good ideas. These people would probably be pretty easy to get on here. Yes. Sorry, Nate. I'm just doing this like, I don't know. I didn't want to do like a whole formal thing. Sometimes I just decide to go online and bullshit with people. But the next Kicking It with Chicken, we're back, okay? Okay. Let's see who else. There was somebody else that wanted to come out to the fights. I'm drawing a blank. Let me look. Could get started on getting a new guest on here. Oh, that's who it was. Okay. I am writing some names down, guys. Ha, that guy right there. Yeah, Joe Rogan's going to come on my podcast. But I mean, I truly believe that, well, I know Joe's seen our stuff. And I don't think it's like completely out of the realm of possible that someday he could show up out here to check the fights out. Coming on the podcast, so like, I don't know. He would definitely be welcome to come on my podcast, but I think that he'd probably rather show up to the fights. Probably. Fight of the year. Yeah, that's a tough one because we've had the tough part about fighter of the year is you've got a couple people that have really made a name for themselves this year. I could think of two people that have really made some waves in the scrapyard this year. But I can also think of some people that have been with the scrapyard for a while that maybe were close last year, the year before. So players, you have to sign up first. So that's the thing. I'm just saying this. We got QP and Gilchrist. are two of the names that have done a lot this year. You got Lights Out, you got Flex, Black Panther. There's some names of people that have also done a lot this year too. Well, you've definitely made a imprint in this year for sure. And with Fighter of the Year, I think it highlights more like of what you've done this year, not what you've done. Like we take into consideration past accomplishments, yes, but we look at at least I think we look at the impact that you've made in the 2025 year. Okay, it's because of the genes. It is. You think I can beef with someone? I'm 4 foot tall and 80 pounds. You don't have to beef with anybody. We can find you somebody. Are you 4 foot tall? Really? Ass crack. Be real with me. Can we get an old school warehouse fight? 4 foot flat. Okay. Ass crack. Can you email me if you're serious? I might have a potential really legit opportunity for you. So scrapyardfighting@gmail.com. Just email me if you're serious. If you're not serious, then whatever, but I think I wrote that right. Yeah. No, I had somebody, an Instagram person, message me, and they were wanting to do a particular match versus a few people, some people on the really shorter side. So that's why I'm bringing that up. Oh man, my eyes are bugging me tonight. I think I need to drink some water. 5'11", 480. Well, Scarface hasn't been out to the Scrapyard before, so you would probably have to go to him. Yeah, I probably did. Let me look. Yeah, this one should be right. The next Shark Tank, I don't know. I went to the last one. Gilchrist, you don't have to fight. Just remember that. I think Tag could be in the top 5. Oh, I think you mean Tab. Yeah, okay, Tab. No, Scarface is not Scrapyard. Scarface is, if you guys want me to break down really quick, I will break down the whole way that Street Beefs kind of came into our name and everything. Because obviously you see the name Street Beefs back there. No, it's not your fault, because you would really have to be paying attention to what goes on monthly to know kind of where the names are and where all that stuff is. So back in 2016, I joined the Street Beefs Facebook group. In 2018, I went to Virginia. I fought at Street Beefs. In 2020, I opened up my own Street Beefs in Washington called the Scrapyard, and this was approved by Scarface himself back then. From then till now, I've been considered a branch of Street Beefs. We just go by the Scrapyard now. There was some legal change with the name thing a while back, so we are just rocking the name the Scrapyard. Unfortunately, Scarface hasn't been out here before. He's wanted to make it out a couple times, but something's come up every time. Thank you. Yeah. I did fight Steady Eddie. I fought Steady Eddie and Deadpool. And I fought Black Panther, the Humble One, the Comedian. I fought Solo and Pappas in a tag team match. I fought Naughty Nate, and I don't remember whose partner he was. That was kind of more of a spar one. The Solo one, again, the Solo and Pappas one, like we were throwing really hard on that one. I hit Solo with the kitchen sink. And he just keeps going. He is an immovable object. Yeah, he gets tired, but I don't know if anybody's ever really put Solo down. Yeah. No, I would not fight Tav. I'm not even close to Tav's weight. Like, I'm closer to 200 pounds. Tav is, I think he's over 240. Tav is also, I would say Tav is one of the best heavyweight boxers we've ever had too. So not only is he a heavyweight with heavy hands, but he can throw those heavy hands very well. I think if Pookie was lower weight, I think Pookie versus Tav or Ponyboy versus Tav would be a good one. Yes, you're right. Gilchrist. Okay. I have a second channel, guys. I don't know if you've ever checked it out. It's called Scrapyard Fights Extra. And it's got like 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I'm kind of wondering what to do with that channel. I kind of thought, like, I have people that are affiliated with us that are doing podcasts and stuff. And I would like, maybe if they wanted, they could start putting their podcasts onto that channel, as long as it's like Scrapyard related stuff. You know, like it's a good extra. How do I describe this? It's like an extra. Yeah, I've had other angles of the fights on there before too, but the problem is that I don't want to get into editing on there. I don't want to make it like a second job with my editing. I want to be able to throw content on there, and I also want to make it so that whoa, I have to go get that. Okay. So I want it to house some of our content, pre-fight interviews, and those are good ideas actually. In fact, how about we do this? Because, like, for instance, our anniversary event, we had a bunch of interviews. And I only uploaded the videos to the membership section of our YouTube channel, but I don't want to put those as a full release on our YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel. So I actually think that would make more sense to look here, main. I think that would make more sense to put that kind of footage on the secondary channel. Yes, I am a fighter myself. I don't fight as much as I used to. Well, I wouldn't say it would delay the main channel's fights videos, but what it does is, if I'm trying to think of how to explain the way YouTube works to people. So the people that are on our main channel, they want to see fights. That's what they're really here for. That's why when I do a live like this, it doesn't get very many views. And I don't want to keep putting a bunch of content on my main channel that isn't fights. So, like, I'll periodically, I'll do a live or whatever. But you see, I don't really throw like a lot of a lot of stuff on there that isn't fights. So let me see here. Try to find all my. Actually, don't know where all my interviews are from the anniversary event. Interesting. Might be under not done. No, that's not it. I know. Oh, I bet I know where they're at. Right here. So, like, I have a lot of raw footage and stuff that I could throw on there, like the iShowSpeed stuff. Like, I didn't put those out as like fully unedited videos, I guess. The filming on that was very harsh. I need to be more selective, and I need to train up people on how to use the camera. Training footage. I got some training footage right here too. Honestly, like, though, I got all our barbecue stuff on here from. You see that? Yep, like I got all our barbecue stuff. That could be extra content that I could put on there. Or I could also put it for members only. I don't know. All right. Anybody got any questions? Give me a question. Give me a tough one. I don't care what it is. I'll try my best to answer it. Yeah, you'd be the youngest champ. You'd be the youngest champ for sure. That's elite. Yeah, I'd say so. Something to be proud of for sure. All right. Tab versus Fair Play. Who do you got? That's a tough one. Huh. I'm gonna go with Fair Play only because of his track record. Like that is something that you need to consider when you're comparing two fighters. Okay, so like if you were to say, how would Viking Warrior do against so and so? Well, Viking Warrior only lost in a decision one time. Pretty safe to say that, just about anybody that you put him up against, he's going to win. So you look at Fair Play, pro boxer, lots of experience, good range, hard to hit. I just give it to Fair Play. Tav's going to have to work harder to get on the inside. And I'm not taking anything away from Tav. It's just the amount of experience that Fair Play has. It's hard to ignore that. Plus, he's still fighting. He's still active. How about this? What do you guys think? Golden Hands versus Malik Ogun. Who would have won? So let's start a poll here. Let's talk about both these guys. I never saw Golden Hands lose a fight in the Scrapyard. He's undefeated, our first champion, and his last couple fights, he's been very dangerous. He's bloodied up people. He's knocked people down. He's kind of a different fighter than he was before, which is he was a lot more cautious before. Collar chokes Connor. Have you fought the Scrapyard, Connor? I don't know. I'll let you do a BJJ match against True Grit. I know Malik is pro now, but it's a tough one. I don't have an answer for that one. And neither do you guys, because it's 50-50 right now. Golden Hands is a very technical, complex boxer. Ogun's got power, but what I've noticed against people that have a lot of power, it is difficult for them to use that power against people that are really high skilled. Golden Hands could gas out Malik. But Golden Hands is also very sharp. Like you said, he might take advantage of like big swings. You know what? We'll go with the 50-50 and call that one a draw. I'm good with that one if you guys are. All right. Let's do this next one, okay? I'm not even going to tell you who it is. You guys are going to have to. Okay, so before I click this button and start the poll, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, Golden Hands probably does have the reach. Before I start this poll, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about these two fighters. You're supposed to defend it every 3 months, but if we don't really push it and nothing comes up, you kind of just hold on to it until we decide to put it up for grabs. So like if it's been over 3 months, and we'll say, hey, you need to defend your belt. If you can't defend it, we'll start looking for 2 people to fight for it. Okay. So one of these fighters, hey, I'm your favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Okay, these 2 fighters. One of them's an OG to the Scrapyard. He fought in the second event. He's on the Wall of Fame. He's been around a long time. He took a break for a while, and now he's taken things really serious and actually had some amateur fights recently. But he wants to come out to the Scrapyard. He signed up this month to get one in, and he's fighting at 155. Next up is a guy that's been on pretty much a rampage since he started. I think he's only lost 1 fight, and he captured the belt this year for 155. So who do you think would win between these 2 fighters? In a 155-pound boxing match? QP and Turtle. All right. So Turtles fought Golden Hands. He's fought a ton of people. Oh, my favorite fighter? Jeez, that's a tough one. I'm not going to tell you who my favorite Scrapyard fighter is because I don't think it's fair. It's like me favoring children. You guys are all my favorites. But as far as like professional fighters, I have a few, and I can't just pick one. That's me. Sorry. Indecisive. George St. Pierre, Mighty Mouse, Wonder Boy Thompson. Say those are like my favorites. Well, I can tell you Turtle's been getting some good training in. He gets professional training. Death Sentence is fighting in a celebrity boxing match in November, early November, I think. No, early October. It is early October. I don't know. Early November. You picked by accident, so you must have picked the wrong person. It won't let me vote on the poll because I created it. Well, then somebody needs to vote because we're 50-50. So somebody be a tiebreaker. QP or Turtle? Let me ask you guys this. Since we don't have that many people watching right now, everyone's got better stuff to do on a Saturday. Would anybody like me to gift some memberships so you can watch the live stream for free? I think we should gift some memberships. You know what I like about membership gifting? Whenever you have people that are sitting here not saying anything, reading comments, it exposes them. So these are people that have not been commenting, but managed to get memberships. Chuck Wine, Jordana. I can't say that right. 1833. John, Mitch Mania, Gorgeous Jessica. All right. Congratulations. You are winners. Basically, you can go check out the early access videos, the monthly live stream, etc. If we get 15 likes on this video, if we get 15 likes, I'll gift 5 more. No, wait, hold on. I need to save 5 for when I do Kicking It with Chicken with Naughty Nate. But actually, anybody can gift memberships to other people if they want to. Okay. I will take a couple more questions, though, if anybody wants to. Did you guys check out our news story that we had? Oh, No Limit signed up. Gilchrist, Sway signed up again. Okay. Isaac Larson. A lot of new people. Good. Turtle's only 13-3. Or I'm not saying only. He's 13 and only lost 3 times. Jay Bando. Drummer Boy. Craig D. Smith. Captain America's going to have to change his name because someone already has that name. Berserker going to be fighting for the over 40, 205-pound boxing title with Black Panther. Ginger Ninja signed up. Anybody wants that one? Oh, WHM2C signed up, the mystery fighter. Soul signed up. Solo signed up. Quantum signed up. All right, I'll give you guys the link to the news article on us. All right, I'm going to end this poll. Looks like QP won. Why did you decide to start Street Beefs? Also, I didn't start Street Beefs. Terrifier, we miss you too. Terrifier, come on out. If you got a weekend or something, come out and help. Like, we really do miss you out here. So I wouldn't. Here's the article, if you want to see it. Won't let me do it. That's shitty. Damn. Let me see if I can get to it by doing this. Anyway, guys, so let me see. Okay, this will take you to it too. So I'm just going to do a shortened version of this. Please go check this out. Oh, your death sentence's friend? Nice. So I decided to start the Scrapyard because I've been into fighting combat sports since I was really little. My first boxing match I did when I was 10 years old. I started training, like legit training, when I was about 20, 21, something like that. I got into boxing when I was let me think here. Like 35. Yeah, that's important, man. My kids are like older now and stuff, so I don't have as much little kid time as I used to. Why aren't there any 185? Because I need people to fight for the belts. Like, honestly, if I have people that are interested in fighting for a particular title, I'll let them fight for it if they've got matches at the Scrapyard. November 22nd, man, at the Clearwater Casino. Too many belts means not many competition. There's people that come out here, yes. And we have fights that same day, Terrifier, but I don't know what you're doing October 25th, but we're all going to the Emerald Queen Casino for the WFC fights. You should try to make it out there. We're going to hang out afterwards and stuff. Nice, nice. We are getting a lot of new names coming out too. Yeah, Gilchrist is hungry too. He's like a young Lights Out in the way that like he's anxious to fight and picking up the title really quick. In fact, I mean, if you just keep it up here in a little bit, you'll have your name on the wall. You're on a good roll. You got to get a coach. I know people tell you this, but you've got some real raw talent. So are you 6-1 right now? Oh, cool. Yeah. 10 wins, then you'll be on there. There's a few people that are close to getting on there too. But that whole section, you just have to get 10 to get in that section. So, yeah, you're good. You just got to beat like 4 people on there. Or you just got to be in that 4 people. So, arm wrestling. Okay. It's 10 wins UC to get on the Wall of Fame, yeah. Now, so it used to be 7, then it went to 8, then it went to 9. But the section of the wall we're on now is 10. And I'm telling you guys, anybody can get on the Wall of Fame. I'm not taking it away from anybody that's on there. I'm saying with enough determination and consistency, anybody can get on the Wall of Fame. Case in point, Solo Solo and Pappas are both on the Wall of Fame. So you don't have to come out and win like every single fight to get on the Wall of Fame, you know? I have no training whatsoever. I just have ridiculous cardio, so I can yeah. Got to get that defense right, man. That's a really important part of boxing, defense. I'm telling you, Blues wanting that rematch. Did Samaritan fight? No, he didn't. I know that he wanted to, but he showed up late. So, I mean, if you were to, get some training in with a coach, that way when you go to do your rematch, you're trained up. You'll be a better version of yourself. Obviously, you did good to win the fight. So, but it was a draw. So, okay, I'll break down how you ended up with the win on this one, Gilchrist. And I'm not taking away from anybody on this. Just hear me out. Okay. The judges scored it with you winning. But I talked to the judges after and or during the decision. So first thing I said was, we're going to go with whatever you guys picked, but I want to hear how you guys came up with how you came up with it. And I think they picked you because at the end of the fight, you were winning. Okay, that does mean something. It was a 10-7 because there were 2 knockdowns in the first round. 10-7, a 9-10, and an 8-10 is a draw. But if we're going to look at who was the freshest at the end of the fight, you were. I think that if anybody argues the fact that, well, the fight should have been over because you got knocked down in the first round and the ref stopped it. The ref is supposed to count to 10. It was a mistake. But at the same time, Blue, when he got knocked down in the third round, the ref had to ask him twice if he wants to continue. Now, I'm not saying either of these things would warrant the stoppage of the fight, but you guys just need to look at those two things right there as canceling each other out. Okay. Both of you, I would say, got a fair second chance to continue the fight. So we'll just go with that. Points wise, though, it was a dead even draw. The reason why we didn't make it a draw, though, is because there was no title holder and we were awarding somebody the victory no matter what. There was going to be no draw on that fight. But the more I think about it, the more I think that you should have won. And I'm only saying that because if it were the opposite, if the fight would have been backwards, and he would have been fresher at the end of the 3 rounds, then the last thing that you think of when you finish a fight, as far as a judge goes, is how did that fighter look? How did the fighters look? If one of them was noticeably more fatigued than the other one, then they're probably going to let that impact their judgment. So just saying, if you're more in the fight at the end, then it just looks better to the judges. Hello, sir. How you doing? I have been watching Street Beef since 2023. Awesome. Thank you for watching. We are now the Scrapyard, though, so we don't have Street Beefs in our name. But if you've been watching since 2023, it means you've been watching us. So we appreciate you watching. So I just saw recently that the Preacher's son retired from MMA. So I want to shout out Preacher's son first off. He came out here. He fought, I think, 3 fights at the Scrapyard. Awesome individual. Great to have around. And I messaged him the other day, or left a comment where I said, if you ever get that itch and want to fight again, you know where we're at. And he said, honestly, I've thought about it from time to time. So it is a possibility. Like maybe someday we could see the Preacher's son out here again. No, I think that the next fight you guys are going to fight against each other is going to be a rematch because it was a draw. If it was like one of you clearly beat the other one, then I could see, yeah, we'll let you guys, get better and come back and all that stuff. But it's not like that. You guys dead even draw. Honestly, you both should be fighting this month, in my opinion, but I'm not going to force you to defend a title when you don't have to. But the next fight will be against him. I think it's fair. That's why I'm saying, like, if you got a coach, you could make it a more decisive victory by training. But I think that with the fight that he put up in that first match with you guys, he deserves an immediate rematch. Well, okay, hold on. Hold on. Your next title defense, as I'm saying, got to be against him. If you're just wanting to sign up to fight because you want to fight every month, you don't got to put your belt on the line. You only got to put your belt on the line every 3 months. Because Lights Out does that too. Like, he'll want to fight, and sometimes the guy will be like a little bit heavier. It's not a title fight, We don't usually make it a title fight unless he's like, yeah, I'll put my belt on the line for it. Because for one, say you fight a brand new person, that doesn't mean they get a title shot their first time out here. Also, like, if you want to try, I'm not saying if you want to, but if a fighter wants to try something out too, like kickboxing or MMA, like, we want you guys to compete and get experience out here. I don't want to hold you down because you have the title. But I'm just saying that, like, I want to see the next title defense be against him. Yeah, I know. Like, if you came out here and you wanted to fight like a newer person and they were okay with fighting you, I mean, even if you lost, you wouldn't lose your title. Yeah, for sure. But all right, guys, I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna go turn something on and watch something before bed. Yeah, and look at it this way too, man. I pointed this out the last few little lives that I've done, is that we've got some fighters that have come out of here that have done good things, that are undefeated pros or pro fighters or on the way to the pros. People can't really put the Scrapyard down anymore. Not when you're producing champions, not when you're producing undefeated pro fighters. Like, some of their first fights were out here at the Scrapyard. All righty, guys. I am calling it a night. Appreciate you all. Thanks for the conversation. Voin, Rim Reaper here. I'll be back in November. Oh, Rim Reaper. Nice. I really want to see you come back, bro. I just seen somebody, Grim Reaper, I think. Somebody just signed up. It wasn't you, though. It was, let me look. I think it was a different Reaper. Sway. Turtle. Hold on. I just saw. Oh, Slim Reaper. Slim Reaper signed up. Okay. But yeah, man, I'd love to see you back. November. I think it's the 22nd or 23rd, whatever the Saturday is. Hope you've been doing good, bro. All right, guys. You got to work tomorrow on a Sunday? Jeez. Sorry. Yeah, get some sleep. All right, everybody. That's all I got for you. Firechicken out.